You are now tuned in to the Players Den podcast. It's your boy Wayne.
Tone.
And we back, baby.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, today we got a super special guest in the house, man. We got Ja, the CEO. We got the AEBL, Atlanta Entertainment Basketball League CEO and Commissioner in the building. Say what's up to the people, man.
What's up, y'all, man? Thanks for having me, man. Me and this guy right here go way back.
Yeah.
So, you know, excited about being on the show, man. Thanks for having me.
Man,
Yeah,
thanks
for
for
sure.
coming, man. We really appreciate it, man.
For sure, 2016.
Yeah, yeah.
That was it was a fun year, man. It's crazy because I did a couple of internships. I did 3. I did one with ESPN Coastal in Savannah. Of course, I did you guys, and I did one with a news station in Savannah.
Okay.
And by far, I drove home every weekend.
Yeah, he did. He did.
That's
I
how
remember
dedicated
that.
I was.
'Cause I remember I used to ask him, like, yo, you coming this weekend? I'm like,
Right.
bro, you going back and forth?
Like, I'll
so
be there,
nah,
bro.
man,
Yeah.
that commitment was, you know, and I'm proud to see where you at now.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah,
So,
that focus got me there, back and forth. But
sure.
it was definitely worth it, man. What an experience! It really just let me know, like, this is what I want to do. Like, it wasn't no second guessing it. It was just easy to be like, yeah,
That's good to know.
This is what I want to be around. Like, show me, and that's why it was so easy just making them trips.
yeah.
So
yeah.
I definitely appreciate you for
No.
even letting me come on the team and just
Yeah, for
let
sure.
me be
And
around
like I
that
told you,
environment behind
you know,
the scenes. See, people, you see,
They don't even see what we do.
don't
They
know,
just
bro.
see the game.
They
man.
see the game. They
Yeah.
take a couple hours to set up this and that.
Yeah.
But it's just worth it knowing that people coming in to see, great free basketball. Like,
Yep.
I mean, man, and you interact with the crowd, and it's just, I'm just so glad it's in the city, man. Like,
Yeah.
I just, just got to give your flowers, and
Yeah,
I
I
really
appreciate
appreciate
that,
that, man.
Absolutely, for sure. 'Cause
Yeah, man.
I've been going since 2016 too, because I was in the military then.
Yeah.
And he'll come up sometimes, and I'll come up sometimes. We wouldn't ride together or
Yeah.
nothing, but he'd be like, hey, come catch this game. We basketball fanatics.
Right.
So I'll pull up, and, I think one time at the old one, I forgot what the building was before KIP. It was like
Grady?
I had,
You talking about when we was at
Nah,
Grady?
not even
Probably
before
Cleveland,
Grady.
probably.
No. Central?
Probably Central.
Yeah, Central.
Probably
The little
Central.
gym.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
yeah,
with
the
the one side.
Yeah,
one side,
That's
yeah.
Central Park.
So that was before Grady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
And
we
I
went to
did a
Central
little
first.
3-point contest, I think with Board,
Yeah.
and I busted his ass. We won a case of Mountain Dew or something.
Yeah.
But so I've been following since 2016 as well,
man,
and
I appreciate
I just
that.
seen like how it's been elevating every year. And man, like he said, I just want to give you your flowers and
Nah, I
appreciate you for
appreciate that,
stopping
man.
by for sure.
man. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Because what
Thanks
you're
for
doing
having
in
me.
the city is huge, not
It's
only
very
for
big,
basketball
man.
fans, but for kids who can't touch the players, and go to the games. And like we got season tickets,
Yeah.
because we grown now. But
Yeah.
like when we was kids,
couldn't.
I
We
couldn't
have it,
I-
man. We was
I couldn't do
TV.
it.
Yeah.
I had to
And
watch
that's
it
what
on
it
TV.
that's what it's for, to be honest with you, man. That it was always like the vision of mine to make sure that like the community was taken care of first, right? So like when you think about pro basketball or even college basketball, even the colleges, tickets are kind of out of reach for some of these kids. So when I was thinking about it, man, it was like, yo, people always ask me like, yo, you could be killing, you could be selling tickets, and I could change the whole format. But I'm like, nah, I'd rather just give it to them for free and inspire them to get to wherever they're trying to go, whether that's hooping, coaching, training, working in sports. You know what I'm saying? That's what AEBL is all about. The basketball, of course, is the driving vehicle. Yeah. And as y'all said, the NBA players and the celebrities who come, they play a huge part in kind of the fandom. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, the mission and the bottom goal of it is to make sure that these kids are able to have access and resources through using the game of basketball.
Man, I love it, man.
That's beautiful.
I tell them, like, when I seen that week 1 poster, I was like, bro, it's time. Like, it's really summertime.
Yeah.
And that's how me and all my boys find a way to link up in the summer, too.
what's
You
up.
know what I'm saying? So
We go
it's
every
more,
year.
it's more
I
than
go
just-
to at least 10
Man.
games minimum a year.
Yeah.
like,
Man,
Yeah.
I took my son last
10
year. And he didn't
days.
cry nothing. I was like, man, we're gonna be good in here.
Yeah,
Like, everything
but that's
gonna
good
be
to know, man, because like I said, and from being a part of the team when you were, a lot of times, man, we just got our head down working, trying to make sure that every day, every experience is good for the people coming,
For sure.
and we treat it like it's State Farm Arena. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Meetings,
Like,
I'm talking about after everybody clean, we put it
We
together,
still there.
clean it up, we go get
Yeah.
something to eat, we
Yep.
brainstorming for next weekend.
Yep.
Like it was
Yep.
just, it was just so great to be a part of.
And that's what we're doing now, man. We're shooting, working on a documentary for the league to basically show people the inner workings, how it was built, you know, all the dope things that go on that people don't see before they come to the games. Obviously, we showcasing the games and the people who have helped us grow and got to get to this level. But, you know, a lot of times, like I tell people, man, we didn't build this overnight.
Right,
you know, this was like a lot of blood, sweat, and tears before there was any NBA player, before there was any sponsor, nothing. Like, literally, we got this, and like the kids say, we got it out the mud. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And that was just me believing in the vision I had. And then, you know, as I started understanding better how to facilitate my vision, it was building a team, you know, and that's kind of like where you came in. You notice we had like teams of people that were doing different things. So a lot of people don't understand AEBL is just, it's bigger than the games that you see on the court.
It's definitely bigger, I promise. I'm talking about from rims breaking and getting somebody to come out and.
Oh, yeah. I done seen that as a concern.
Like, you know, usually when the rim break,
it's a
ball
wrap.
game, we'll see y'all next week. We'll see you next whenever. And
it'd be like a 30-minute break.
Man, to be able to have that on site, man, it just shows that people really like see the vision.
Yeah,
man.
they sat there last year when Trez broke the goal, man. Them people sat there for an hour and a half.
I was there.
Yeah, while we had to call a guy, he had to rush. Cool. Yeah, it was. I mean, yo, it was a piece of the story. So I won't complain about it now because it's still. But like in that moment, man, it was crazy because it's like, dude, like you said, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to think on the fly, and nobody probably would have thought, and I'm not trying to, you know, I guess, tote to my genius, too, but I don't think nobody would have thought that quick to be like, yo, just move the goals from the side goal to the main goal, and then we'll figure out the side goal later. People, like you said, people were just like, yo, game's over. See y'all next week.
That was quick. He took that. Everybody was cheering him on. It was like a fun. It was just a fun day. Everybody was cheering him on. He felt good. We felt good because basketball was coming back.
Right.
Yeah, we definitely stayed though. I believe.
Oh yeah, I was there the whole time.
Yeah, we definitely. I
watched every game that day.
For sure.
For sure.
So let's rewind a little bit. So you from New York?
Yep.
You came here in 2001.
Yep.
And you came for basketball.
Yeah, basketball. And part way of like trying to get out of the environment. You know what I mean? So basketball was obviously the driving force, but I could have stayed in New York and played basketball.
I saw highlights.
Yeah, but the environment was what my mom was trying to get me away from because a lot of the older guys who were really good. Like I mean, from my neighborhood alone, there should have been 2 potential NBA players.
Wow.
One kid was #1 in the country at one time. His name is Larry Ford. I mean, he was killing Stephon Marbury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but the streets,
is a big deal.
but the streets took him over. You know what I mean? Like, basically, he still was hooping, but it was like he couldn't go nowhere because the streets had control. You know, and my mom didn't want that for me. So that was the most important part of it because I could have hooped anywhere. Right. You know, but yeah, I came in 01, man, and I haven't left since.
Yeah. So I want to talk about that GPC team.
Oh
a little
yeah.
bit. You know, I went to Martin Luther King. I reside on the east side. I heard a lot in team.
Yeah.
Like a mini dynasty.
Yeah, we was. And the crazy thing is, man, I actually am in talks to try to recreate like a documentary of like the greatest JUCO team ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just from like people don't even realize, like if you look at the players now that play with me and what they doing, like that's like a story within itself. You know what I'm saying? My boy G. Weems, one of the biggest trainers in the city.
Okay.
My boy AD is down, general manager at a big car dealership.
Okay.
Just started his own sneaker company or sneaker store, sneaker brand or whatever. My boy JT, one of the biggest realtors in Atlanta. Like, bro,
so
just
a JUCO,
right. That's
man.
what I'm saying. Like a junior college birthed all that, man. And then, you know, even to the point of like, yo, we had one of the biggest rivalries in Atlanta with Atlanta Metro and Georgia Perimeter to the point where they had to move a junior college game, bro. Move the game to a Division I Coliseum for us to play.
Wow. Where they move it to?
They moved it over to Georgia State.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then, I mean, not even to mention that team, we was 15 deep. Any 5 could have started. I think on that first team, so I sat out my true freshman year because my mom passed away. So that 01, 02, I sat out. 02, 03, 03, 04 is my 2 years. we couldn't be beat, bro.
Run and gun.
I mean,
It
we
was a
was
run and gun team.
we was
That's
20.
just what
I
it
think we was
was.
20,
That's wild.
25-4.
Bro.
1 year, 26-4. 2 the next year. Like I lost 6 games in 2 years in
Like,
junior
bro,
college.
I heard it. Like I'm living on the east side in Latonia, and I'm hearing about Georgia perimeter
Got
basketball.
to be there. Strippers, yo, listen, man. And we tell a real story, bro.
Yeah.
A junior college game with dudes that are all coming. I think we only had like 2 or 3 guys that was like from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
The strippers, they was at the games. All before there was the influencers. Everybody in the city came to our games, bro. Everybody.
Damn.
Bro, I heard about it, bro. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it was a big
Decatur,
deal. Bro.
Decatur was
Listen, I had
lit,
to bring it
bro.
up because, bro, when I was going to EOC, like going to DeKalb Tech, right there.
Yeah, right next to it.
Bro, that's
That's
how,
where ironically, I got a house 5 minutes from there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Georgia perimeter changed my life,
Yeah,
man.
bro,
I tell
I
people,
heard, yeah.
you know, they would never understand, man. But I want to make sure that people get to see and hear about the stories. And you know, like I said, the legacy is known as like Georgia Perimeter College,
Right.
and like it was already there before we got there. Coach Barney had been winning for years. I mean,
Right,
he always
right.
had good players, but like them 2 years,
Yeah, I heard.
it's
Different.
like
yeah.
we was.
That's why I said mini
Yeah,
dynasty.
we said
because
we
it
was a
wasn't-
lake show.
Yeah,
We was a lake show.
It was mini
Yeah,
dynasty.
there was
That's
games.
wild.
Yeah,
And
there
I
was
this news to me,
and
and
I-
yeah.
that's awesome.
And I looked up stats. And
yeah.
it was mini
wasn't. It
dynasty.
was games where I didn't
You
even
understand?
pass half court. I was just throwing alleys from half court. You know what I'm
Dang,
saying?
yeah,
So it was like
yeah.
I tell people all the time, man. You know, people who question, you know, where did I come from, or you know, how did I come to become the prowess
See, people
in
don't know.
Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? Like I've been here since 01, bro. That's 23 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've done it. I've done a little bit of every aspect of basketball here. You know what I'm saying? From playing here, coaching high school basketball, coaching AAU, working for the Hawks, you know, training kids, mentoring kids. A lot of my young kids in the NBA now. So when people like AEBL and they like, oh, this is just something that somebody from New York came and created. Nah, I came here to build this for Atlanta because I knew how dope basketball could be. And if you see it now, and, you know, I said I'm gonna stop being so humble, but the reason why OTE is here is because of AEBL.
Oh,
The reason why a lot of these big McDonald's All-American games are because we made it so popular and made the culture come out to basketball. If you think about the last time,
agree. No,
the
I
last
agree.
time Atlanta had basketball like that was on those runs that Mike Bibby and them was making.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was when I was working at the Hawks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That
But
was
we
what?
still in. That was
Like 08?
yeah, that's
maybe?
07. Yeah,
07,
08, 09.
right.
Yeah, 08,
Yeah.
09, maybe 2010. I was working for the Hawks then. So even then, I was still like, this ain't enough. Like, this city is a black city.
Right.
Basketball is culture. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's hip hop culture.
Right.
So when I hear people say, they don't say it as much now because I mean I just been putting my foot on their neck.
Yeah.
But prior to like when around the time you was there when I was building it, it was like, damn, like how y'all let a New York dude come and build the league, or you know, or he from New York, he not from Atlanta. And then when you look at what I built with basketball and AEBL, it's all Atlanta.
It's too much
Right?
Atlanta.
Everybody, and I say this when you look at, you know how they create that diagram with Jay-Z, like how Jay-Z and Damon Dash, the all the people they put on, it's like a tree.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like if
yeah.
you look at the AEBL tree, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we about to tell that story too,
Man, I'm-
because I
hey,
mean the
I'll be
majority
tuned in.
majority of the popular people, guess where they came from, or guess where they got they first start at.
I was about to say,
It
Will.
wasn't the Hawks. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Right.
It wasn't the Hawks.
Like,
it was AEBL.
One person that I always think about, man, when I see a big contract is Will Barton.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm talking about, you can't say Will Barton didn't get looked at because of what he did every single week in ABL. I'm
Yeah.
talking about game winning turnarounds, 40, 50. I'm talking about Will Barton was just putting on the show.
And that was social media just
Man,
starting.
I'm talking
You
about
get what I'm
right,
saying? Yeah,
right,
like we
right,
had
right.
just-
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
That game winner was ESPN
Yeah.
everywhere. It had to be.
Yeah.
It's summer
Yeah.
ball in Atlanta. We like Will Barton playing in Atlanta? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is, bro.
He a DC, well, DMV, Baltimore, Maryland
Yeah,
guy.
but yeah.
Shout out to Will Barton.
Man, he definitely
sure.
turned. I got them videos on my phone still. I love my Dropbox, man. Working for ABL, man, Dropbox full because of working for them, man. Like that's just what it is. But yeah, shout out to the players who really are humble enough to to be able to be like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up ABL and play Saturdays and Sundays.
I think, like I tell people, man, we right now we have the most NBA players participate in our league. I want to say the last year was kind of off just because a lot of our guys were in contract years, and but the year before last, before COVID, because we was off the year COVID, so 2019, I think we had like 30 plus NBA guys. In the entire summer.
That might have been the summer I was there every week.
Yeah, we were.
So
and you stay right there too.
Oh yeah, and I had an apartment like 5-10 minutes from there.
Right at
Fulton Street.
Oh yeah,
so
right there.
It
used to take me 10 minutes to get to the game.
That's why I say it's more than just like you said, just basketball, man. Is like my son doing the air hooping and he about to turn 3, but it's cool to be able to take him to a summer game and let him see the game. You know what I'm saying? And inside too.
Right. And I think it's super dope as well because it gives those players that don't get the exposure that they deserve or that they think they deserve, it shines light on them.
Oh, yeah,
so,
for sure.
Like, it's a lot of players that I had never heard of before I went to AEBL. I didn't know them in high school. I didn't know them in college.
Right.
I didn't know they played overseas. But when I
get
get to the AEBL game, I'm like,
and
then y'all got the people on the mic and they giving them the nicknames and it's like
Blake,
Baby Blake.
Oh,
that was one of the
I don't know if that's
ones.
gonna stick though, because the fans don't like it, man.
Oh, man, I saw it.
Yeah, the caveat to that is that Bria Janelle, who is
legend host.
Super
she's the voice of the city for basketball. And hosting, she's grown so much over the past couple of years, through AEBL, through all the different things that she's doing to the point that, she's the voice of the Atlanta Dream, the Atlanta Hawks, OTE, Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
So, she's not in the summer, she's not with us as much. So, like, when we came up with that slogan, Earn Your Name, it's like she got to officially stamp the name.
Right.
So, like, Reese is killing it on the mic right now, too. You know what I'm saying? But he is in bipartisan Bria.
Right.
So, it's like,
that was different, man.
Yeah, so if she comes, she's actually coming back this weekend. So, if she come back and she be like, yo, baby Blake, that's his name, then that's what we rolling with. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, right, that's how we do it. Like, she gives a stamp for the names, the crowd, the fans. They like, yo, they love it to the point where literally, if y'all watch the NBA sometimes, they'll say their like AEBL name. You get what I'm saying? Like literally,
that's
yeah.
fine.
So like we call Mike Scott the ATM.
Yeah.
One time he scored the basket, and the analyst said it. Like, yo, it's like the bank is open.
Crazy.
He must be the ATM. Right? From a summer pro-am league in Atlanta.
That's cool,
so
man.
that's why
dope.
we know that,
Dope,
what we.
And people watching, bro.
That's it. And we on NBA TV now. So,
that's
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like,
Bro, that's
yeah,
big.
the global,
big,
yeah,
man.
I ain't mean to jump in,
No,
but
no, you good, man.
We just
Hey,
flowing,
you
but
good. No,
you
no,
know,
facts.
the world see us now, so
Yeah.
now it's definitely time to put the fire burners back on. I'm more rejuvenated and excited about, it's our 11th year, so it's like year 1 for me.
Man.
10 years of experience and then relearning what to do better now. And I feel like we about to turn another leaf in the sense of like taking that stance of being the best pro-am league in the country.
I think y'all there.
I mean, once people can physically just watch it anywhere, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really a no-brainer.
And some people like, yo, I was talking to this guy at the game the other day, and, he's like, yo, like, Braun, if Braun show up like the Drew League, and I'm like, well, it's a little bit different because, and shout out to the Drew League and Dino Smiley and Chanel Smiley, those that's family, but it's like, it's almost like if I use the essence of Tesla, right? So like for years, growing up, you're like, yo, I want a Ferrari, I want a Lambo or whatever the case may be, right? Boom, those cars are out there, right? But then this new thing comes, and then this new thing is kind of like, it's more equipped, it's better. You know what I'm saying? It has all to the point where like the little kids, like my son's 10 years old, bro, I got a C8 outside of 2023. My son's like, yo, Dad, you getting a Tesla? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
If I can use that analogy, that's what I'm saying. So major respect to all of the pro-ams across the country that are doing their thing, but it's like we came in We're still a baby. We're only 11 years old.
Right.
Most of the pro-ams are my age or not, if not older than me. I think like Drew League is 50. Dykeman might be like 35 or 36 or whatever the case may
that's
be.
Social media trick.
Yeah,
Where's Dykeman at?
Dykeman's in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, uptown in Washington Heights in New York.
That's the social media trick. I'm starting to see this now, but you don't know the history behind Drew League. They're just seeing it now because of lockout seasons.
Yeah,
they
and then I mean,
when
even
Drew League first came apart.
Yeah, and then even bigger before that, you know,
introduced.
EBC was the big thing. You know what I'm saying? EBC Rucker Park. That was the big thing. That was where Jay-Z and Fat Joe and all those guys. And, you know, rest in peace, Greg Maris, who's like a huge contributor and a mentor of mine to even give me like the encouragement to be like, yo, you could build this in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
How did you envision it? Like, how did you see it?
Well, when I was working at the Hawks, to be honest with you, I just didn't think they were doing basketball right.
Okay.
You know,
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
They still don't.
What was your job with the Hawks? Like, what did you do for them?
So I did basketball development with the Hawks. So basically, it was like creating and managing their basketball entity off the court of the pros playing.
Oh, wow.
So whether that be like their camps, clinics, anything that involved like basketball with kids and people, because I mean, we even did stuff with adults with basketball. We were the team that pretty much executed it.
Okay.
So what I started seeing, and I remember it's crazy because one of the kids who started with me when I was at the Hawks, like he was in our camp, literally worked for AEBL now.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Right? So you're talking about AEBL's 11 years old. In between AEBL and Hawks, I coached the Georgia Stars. I was a community coach at Norcross High School, and I was training.
Okay.
So I felt like they're doing a much better job now, but they didn't do basketball what I saw growing up. Everything was like cost associated.
It was.
Selling tickets. And if it didn't mesh like that, they weren't doing it. So for me, I'm like, but damn, we don't have run and shoot no more. You know what I'm saying? We don't have another like facility or hub that can house basketball from a community lens. And when we would go to them about it, like, yo, let's do this. They were like, nah, in a nutshell, they were saying we needed to sell tickets. And I was like, nah, it got to be a better way. So for me, I've always been very driven. I've always dreamed big. So I was like, yo, man, I always said I was going to do like a tournament or league or something. I just always been infatuated with how the operations of basketball run. You know, even when I was a player, like literally when I was a player, I'd be in shoot around at our college games. Bro, I'll go over and talk to the people at the scores table like, yo, who do what? Like, you know, because I'm like, yo, at the end of a game, bro, if you really break this thing down, and not to go off too far from what got the vision going, but like, yo, it's like, it's probably 18 different jobs that got to go into doing a basketball game that nobody's talking about. That it's a career, bro, and they make a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, so the vision was to bring what I grew up off in New York to Atlanta in a cool culture way. And I already was doing basketball events. So I've been doing marketing since high school. Okay. Really. I used to throw my own parties, do events with the school, whatever. But so I always had a affinity to be involved with marketing. So I was like, yo, if I could do what I've been doing career-wise, basketball, events, tournaments, whatever, and create a league in Atlanta, and then bring the resources of the music industry, the community, the culture. 'Cause, you know, now we got social media, so you kind of know who's who. So I was like, if I could bring all that together, man, I could make something big in the city. And I think it was like 2012. We had just wrapped up Hawks camp, and I told one of my boys is actually who helped me get the KIP, Jamal Greer. I was like, yo, bro, I ain't doing this shit no more. And then everybody used to be like, yo, why you not working with the Hawks no more? I'm like, bro, because I'm about to create this league. People would be like, a league? Like, how the hell you going to create a league? I'm like, bro, I'm about to create a basketball league in Atlanta. So I left the Hawks like April, March, April. December, we had our first event as AEBL. It was called Hoops Giving, called Hoops for a Cause.
Okay.
We had the Migos, we had K Camp, all the guys who was popping in the city.
And that's one thing about it, man. Like a lot of up
Everybody
and coming
support.
rappers. Like
Yeah.
I was seeing Dolph at the games.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yep.
What
So
the
we
hell?
was getting all these people to come, and we did it for a charity event because I wanted to lead with the community to focus on giving back. So we did the charity game. Streets 94.5 was with us, and then that next summer, which was 2013, that's when AEBL launched, man, and we started right over in the 4th Ward. A lot of people don't know why I did that either, so I'll drop a little gem on y'all.
Yeah.
So people don't know that Walt Clyde Frazier's from the 4th Ward. So
I
definitely did.
yeah,
what?
Walt Clyde Frazier's from the 4th Ward,
Atlanta?
bro. Yes, he's
Bro, I
from
did not
Atlanta.
know that.
I did not
Everybody
know
think
that.
he's from New York.
I swear I thought he was from New York.
Go to YouTube or Google it after this. So Walt Clyde Frazier's from the 4th Ward, and when I was researching like legacy, I'm big on researching, so I was like, what was they doing before this thing that I want to do? And it just all these different things started popping up. They used to play over at not Adamsville. It's the park that's next to the zoo. I can't think of the name of it.
Grant Park.
Grant Park.
I played for them growing up.
So they used to have a league there where Dominique Wilkins, Michael Jordan played there. It was crazy.
What?
Yeah.
I literally got pictures in
Well, I
Grant
don't
Park
know none of
uniform.
But it was,
like,
but
with
it
the
was,
basketball.
but it was like more of a private, just them run.
Okay.
And then, so I'm sure they had other leagues, but I'm talking about like that's documented.
Yeah.
So they had that league, and then Nike Pro City used to be here. My guy Brian Bartley used to run that. They used to be over at Adamsville Recreation Center. So that's where you like Shaq, Iverson, like they've had something similar to what we was doing, but it wasn't
Just
community.
consistent.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it
okay.
wasn't like
Proper
when I grew up in
private.
New York. When
Right.
you look at New York leagues,
Yeah.
the city is outside.
Right.
Yeah.
So they I don't feel like they had that. And I mean, I'm sure they had their big games and things like that, but so when I saw it, I was like, yo, I'm gonna bring exactly what I grew up in New York. I'm gonna bring it to Atlanta.
Wow.
And
And it's crazy. Nobody ever thought
You
about
had the
that,
vision.
man. Nobody thought about it.
Yeah, and if they did, they didn't follow through on it.
Right.
So kudos to them.
We appreciate you,
Yeah,
though,
I
brother.
appreciate you.
We appreciate you,
Yeah.
though, brother.
That's crazy
That's
though,
what's
man.
up,
That's
man.
crazy.
I'm just taking it all in, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Me too.
it's just it's mind blowing, like that you were able to come here from New York. You ain't from Atlanta. Well,
Yeah.
you from Atlanta now.
Yeah,
You been here 20
yeah. You
years.
see it. You see
Here
it.
now. You here now. You from here
Yeah,
now.
I rep the city to the
but
fullest.
Be able to come here and really just showcase what we needed, because it's nothing going on in the summer for kids.
And that was the other thing.
Man.
That was the thing. It was like, I came in near, like, earlier than BMF, but I was coming in with the music and I was coming in with the BMF. So, like, being a young boy coming from New York with these big dreams and aspirations and hustle, I was like, I'm gonna make a way. And a lot of people don't know, like, I was in the music industry for a while. You know what I mean? So before I kind of made the transition all the way back to basketball after playing, like K-Camp early days, Trinidad James early days, 2-9.
And you see them guys at the games.
Pill, I mean, you name it. Young LA, I helped break Young LA's Ain't I record. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So a lot of it is that when you shift gears like that and you go to something totally kind of unknown in the city, people forget about what you did.
Right.
So like that's where I kind of shit on people in the sense like, bro, I've been here. I've been laying the pavement.
Yeah.
The bricks on the ground is there. Like I could walk you back through 23 years of where I've been and what I've done. You know what I'm saying? And I humbly say that to the point that's like, New York birthed me, Atlanta raised me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I was raised in New York, I'm talking about raised as an adult.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It helped me and it motivated me to be the entrepreneur that I am.
Right.
To own the businesses that I have. To do all of the dope stuff that I do.
Right.
Yes, the vision and the hustle might come from New York, but the opening of the vision and really blessing the opportunity I feel like came in Atlanta. And I don't think I would have been able to do this. Obviously, I believe in God and God's mission for me, but I think God was like, yeah, stay in Atlanta. Because I could have went back home. You know what I'm saying? I could have went, because I finished high school in South Carolina. I went back to college in South Carolina and still lived in Atlanta.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, okay.
So it was like, it was meant to be. You know?
Yeah.
So that's why I rep the city so hard and go hard, because it's elevated me to a place where people probably wouldn't even thought I would ever be. And then I know I'm not done yet, so it's continuing to keep building on that.
Man, all I gotta say is, man, you're a legend in Atlanta.
Man, for sure.
Appreciate it.
He know this.
You're a legend. Nah, but you gotta hear it, though.
Yeah,
you know it, but you gotta hear it.
That's why he's here today, because he gotta hear it.
Though, yeah.
You gotta hear it, man. So 2017, Kyrie in town.
Yeah.
It's 2017, Kyrie in town, and he's shooting the Uncle Drew movie.
Yep.
And I'm at the house chilling, and Twitter go nuts.
Facts.
I'm like, what? Kyrie did what?
I'm missed on the way. That week, right. Man. I missed that
Man,
week.
I was here, but I did not get in that gym.
Yeah, it was
and
crazy.
I was so sad.
I was here too.
I didn't get in that gym.
But
it was too late.
Like, it can't even get in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
when I saw that, I was just like, brother, that hurt real bad. But but that's big for him to eat. Man, that's so big. What's crazy I want to bring up is he was not a Boston Celtic yet in that green jersey.
Nope. But that's how I know.
That's the crazy part.
Right before it, though.
That's how I know, man, that, like, you know, and a lot of people, everybody has, like, their moment, you know, or their thing that they can go back to, be like, yo, the light bulb came on. Oh, when this happened, I knew this was going to be the next big thing. And for us, man, like, the crazy thing is that earlier that summer, it was really rocky. Mm-hmm. You know, we had a Nike deal. A lot of guys were kind of in and out. So, you know, normally a league to be successful, you need, like, consistency with guys that people want to see.
Right.
So it had, like, we had started off on a good. Then the middle was like nobody was showing. The players were showing up, like local hoopers,
right.
Some overseas guys, a couple of D-League guys or whatever. But like the NBA guys that had started coming to the league, the Jaylen Browns, the Lou Williams, Montrez, all of them, they were busy with different things during the summer. So for me, as a person that's like, yo, this is how I need to move and pivot, I'm like, damn, bro, like this is like a struggle summer.
Right.
And this is why I say, like, man, you got to stick the course, stay focused, and stay consistent on what your vision is, not always what you see other, you know, because I started looking at the other leagues and like, oh, they got this guy and whatever. And exactly. And I learned that brings misery to you when you do that, right?
But I never think about that.
But what I'll say is, like, I was talking to my cousin. I was like, yo, bro, it's the season a little bit different than I expected to be. And championship weekend came, and literally when the call happened, I still didn't believe that he was gonna come.
Right.
Because people tell me they're gonna come all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like when he pulled up, it was like, all right, showtime.
Man, I know. That's like
and it was.
That's like jackpot.
Yeah.
And
so when then what was even more dope about it, not only did he come the first day, he came back the second day. You get what I'm saying? And then he stayed and took pictures and signed autographs. He played with my son on the court.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can't. Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson, LeBron James. Shout out to LeBron. Hope he come one day. KD, Steph Curry. I don't think it'll match it for the fans.
Right.
But for me, it'll never match that moment.
Right.
Okay. You get what I'm saying? Ever.
And that's why I had to bring that up, because that was a moment for
that was a
that's
defining moment.
That was it.
Talking about, bro, man.
Yeah.
That
we haven't looked back since.
Oh, no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, shout out to Kyrie and his team. Shout out to his sister. You know, we working on getting him back. He definitely was like, yo, when I start playing pro-ams, I'm going to definitely try to get back to Atlanta. So if it happens, that'll be even surreal again to have him come back. But like all the guys, man, every Lou Will.
Yeah, I was about to say,
you
shout
know,
out to Lou.
Yeah, Lou.
He one of the most consistent.
Lou. Yeah, I mean that's our guy.
Very
like when
he's like when I think AEBL, I think
it's Lou Will.
Hey, I'm like
Lou Will.
Yeah,
and he Atlanta. That's Lemon Pepper Stepper. You know, he'd have played however many years for the Hawks.
Nah, and that's why I tell people, man, we just honored him last week at the games for his retirement.
Yeah, man.
You know, Lou was there from the jump. Like when he wasn't even playing yet. You know what I'm saying? He was just coaching, coming to support his team, supporting what we was doing.
Right.
So, you know, when we talk about like paying homage to people, you know, I definitely always make sure that we give credit for Lou, because that was like really, I I wouldn't say that was the pinnacle, because I definitely feel like he was just coming out of that by the time he got back to Atlanta. But I feel like he was still that guy in the NBA. Lou's always been the superstar.
Yeah.
You know, like people want to live his life. They want to do what he do.
Sure.
You know, so
everybody saw him with 2 girlfriends, and that was easy.
It
was.
Then he got the Drake song. It's like, come on,
so
that's legendary itself.
So that's our guy, man. Family for life. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he continues to keep using AEBL to keep playing basketball at a high level. You know, and now he got the young boys chasing him. You know, it's a target on his back for them. And they're like, oh, you out of the league. You out of the league now. Now I'm about to, you know, I'm definitely excited to see what the rest of this summer
for
has
sure. And it's just getting started, y'all. So if y'all haven't been to a game ever before, they are at Kip Collegiate on the west side of Atlanta. I'm talking about, and it's so close to my house, about 10 minutes. So it don't take me no time to get there. But pull up, man.
I'm pulling
it's
up.
Free parking. It's no admission to get in. Just come out and support the city. That's really what it is. Just support. Ja really just humble. It's one of the most humble things somebody can really do, man. Is start something up like this and it's not just basketball. You have the rappers, you have celebrities coming in, and they sit in front row. So when you walk in and you like, damn, okay, what's up, bro? You see all these people.
And it's not an NBA arena, so he's like, I see this person right there. Like if I yell his name, he might. What up? You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, for a kid perspective, you know what I'm saying?
Man, kid, adult. It's stamped last summer.
Yeah, even adult, too.
It's stamped last summer. Joe Johnson, everybody always got on me. Joe Johnson was always my favorite player in the NBA.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I turned 18, I got a signed basketball for him. I'm like, damn, like, y'all really love me. I appreciate y'all. But last summer, I got to get a picture with Joe Johnson, man. Shit made me feel like a kid again, man. It was heartwarming, man. It was.
Shout out to
ISO
Joe,
man. Shout out to ISO.
He won the championship in first year
and he do. It seemed like he do that in all them little leagues, don't he? Big Three, he went nuts and that's MVP all them years.
Joe him.
Joe is
Joe him. Yeah. But one thing about the league, like as a consumer, man, and the reason why I keep going, and I'm sure other people keep going, is because you really never know who you're going to see, what you're going to get, what's going to happen. Are you going to see the Lou Will cross the guy up for the game winner? You know, the ESPN top play, is Montrez going to shatter the backboard? Is Trae Young and John Collins going to pull up? Is Isaiah Thomas going to drop 60?
I watched that live.
We went to MLK, so I played on the same varsity basketball team as Kevon that year. He went crazy. So is Kevon gonna go like crazy on a crazy run?
We ready for Kevon to come back from summer league, man.
He went on a crazy run that summer, and it was just like nobody can stop this guy. And I was just like, his really elevation, because I see him from a freshman, and I was 2 years older than him, but like playing just seeing him,
big man level,
just seeing him like his elevation and being a leading scorer at SFA history, and then making it to the league undrafted, getting a 2-way contract, going to the G League. Doing all these things, he destroyed in AEBL, and it was just crazy to see.
He a pro, bro.
He a real pro.
You can't. Like I said, man, if there's 15 men on every roster in the NBA, there's no way that man is not on that roster.
There's no way. At least 3 players on every NBA team.
No way, man. And the hustle,
he is legit.
The hustle may be number one.
He's just waiting on his
and
time.
The hustle
it's
number
coming.
one. It's coming. It's too much work ethic. It's too much work ethic.
Man, what?
Too much, man.
He had it since then,
bro.
He on the Vertimax after practice. I'm like, I'm going home.
I'm out of here, different, man. And it showed when would they beat Duke?
Yeah,
on TV,
and he dropped 26, and that was number one. Duke was number one.
So I mean, from that right there, let alone show you, the hard work and the
and those are and like I said, man, that's where AEBL is at now, man. We in the next wave, right?
Yeah.
So I think I counted correctly. We got 14 guys that are in the NBA from Atlanta. You got probably another 10 that are in the D League, that are on their way up.
Right.
And then we got these young boys that's coming. So, I mean, I feel like our trajectory right now is on steroids.
It is. Everybody want to play. Come on, man. Everybody want to play.
And two kids that are very like viable to us in the city. It's like Scoot Henderson, you know what I'm saying? Man. That's like family. Jabari Smith, Those two kids, man, just imagine in 5 years, once they get settled, all-stars, MVPs, Rookie of the Years, the whole name, they come home.
And see, that's what you're waiting on.
You seen what Jabari just did?
Yeah.
Listen,
Summer League.
Listen,
Yeah.
nobody.
Speaking of, Scoot right there, man.
Listen, nobody would have ever thought they'd see Trae Young in the AEBL jersey, man.
Nope,
John Collins off the glass. And it's crazy how they tried to make Trae the villain when he came in there. I'm like, bro, be humble. This Trae Young.
This Trae Young.
Uplift him.
But see, I like that. And then in the aspect of it, that's where you know that they never had nothing like this.
They ain't had
before.
nothing.
Facts.
Because I'm like, Trae Young is in the building.
It's like I like the fact that
I got season
Like All-Star start. I think he started in the All-Star game.
like, bro,
that
do
year.
we know what's going on today?
Yeah, I like the fact that they stay hungry though, right? Because a lot of people could come and they be like, back down, like,
for
just,
sure.
just let them get off and make highlights.
Yeah.
Who was coming at his neck?
Chris Cromartie.
Chris.
Yeah.
They had to switch that.
Chris.
Yeah.
I think after that
Chris
fourth
was coming at
possession,
his neck.
It was
Yeah,
switched.
but then honestly, because I'm gonna tell you what happened was, like Trae came in there like I'm just coming to have fun,
Right, and then it got serious.
They was like the guys that he was playing against was like, nah, like bro, we on you, like
Yeah.
we feel like we should be where you at,
and I'm finna guard you 90
right.
feet.
And then Trae was like, I gotta take this shit serious.
Right.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
gotta show y'all why I'm Trae Young.
It got out of hand.
Yeah.
after a
So
while.
I tell people all the time, as we build AEBL, the pinnacle aspects of it, yes, the NBA players do play a part, but it's also our guys that the Kevons, the Brandon Goodwins, the Isaiah Millers, the Derek St. Hilaire's, like these guys that are coming to the league, being recognized and noticed from NBA scouts, NBA teams, agents, whatever.
We had Isaiah Miller
that are
on the
getting
show.
to get to the next level. AEBL gives that platform too. So it's not just about the NBA players coming to play. It's us giving these guys a bigger, wider lens. Now you can watch yourself on NBA TV.
You got film
exactly.
against other pros.
Yeah.
This is film.
Yeah.
For them, for us, it's entertainment. Woo. For them, it's film.
Yeah.
I know who playing today, and I'm pulling up.
Yep.
I heard he can do this and that in the paint. Well, let's see. This film for me. It's what it is.
Because if I stop him, then can he?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But I can't wait to see Isaiah Miller in the jersey.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, so I've always been fascinated with how do teams get formed? How do players get on this team? And what's the process?
So it's just like the NBA when you think about it, except for the teams are not in other states.
Right.
You know, all these are businesses, entrepreneurs,
Correct.
training companies, marketing companies,
Right.
you know, restaurants, whatever, that are sponsoring these teams. Most of the guys that are entrepreneurs now and running their own businesses probably hooped, or they know all the hoopers, they coached them.
Okay.
I mean, you name it. So they form their own teams. You know, back in the day, probably a little bit before your time, you know, we used to put people on teams. Like, yo, Tony, you know, you going to play on this team, and then you going to play on this team. Now the teams come as their guys. Obviously, people still hit us up, college kids, top, you know, overseas guys. They like, they still hit us up, and they like, yo, can you get us on the team? But most of the teams, we got 12 teams in the league now. They all come as their team with their own squads, you know. And you know we got the women's league now.
And shout out to the women's league.
Yeah, the women's league be going crazy. Yeah,
hey, I pull up early some games when I see the names. I'm like, I'm pulling up because they real competitive, man. And it's something to do, man. I be at home bored. And that's just really what it is. I be at home.
This be the time where it's like it's no basketball.
Yeah.
So it's like
then I got fits at home I can wear. Like, damn, why I'm gonna wear this?
Trying to
fit
get
at?
them off.
So I'm trying to get them off. So I'm like, let me go to ABL and walk around about 2 or 3 times, get me a little icy. And go.
Gotta go get the icy.
Shout out food truck.
Shout out the icy is crack.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
Oh,
I get the blue and red icy every Saturday and Sunday.
Mixed.
And I can't wait, man. I'll be there this weekend.
Pull up, man.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there Sunday.
I ain't doing
I won't
nothing.
be able to make it. I'll be there Sunday though.
I'm supposed to go to a little picnic, but I ain't trying to be outside. It's too
I'll
hot.
be back Sunday, but everybody can pull up. AEBL.
Great
going
time,
out to
man.
Vegas
Great
for the
time.
Summer League
Okay.
and WNBA All Star. Go show the women some love.
For sure.
Because we trying to build. Like I said, we're trying to build the minor league or the D League for the women.
And I see
I
it.
gotta go
When
out
I
there.
see the names.
I gotta go out there and network and build and get my face card up on the women's side. But we always, my daughter used to hoop. I grew up with a lot of really good female women hoopers that You know, I've always been like, Ivory Lotta's my little sister. You know, I watched Ivory come up from 7th grade, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I know that it's possible. I got young nieces who out there hooping. A lot of my friends' daughters are nice. So I'm like, yo, if I could just keep pushing the needle. We got a really good team with our women's commissioners with Portia Bimbo and Christina Granville, a.k.a. Miss Basketball, to try to take this thing to the next level. So the vision is ultimately, obviously, the men, you know, keep building on the Pro-Am side, building a brand that people respect throughout globally, internationally. At some point, we're going to take AEBL out of the country.
Hey, man, and people, and you know, people love it.
Yeah.
People love to see players from America play basketball. It's a different athleticism.
Yeah, so we working on that. And then, like I said, on the women's side, you know, the goal and vision now on that front is to build a platform. I seen Stewie and them trying to do it, but they not going to be able to do it the way we doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They trying to create like a off-season player league. But I'm like, nah, man, y'all need something going at the same time that the WNBA is going, so girls could go in and out.
Man,
when they rehabbing. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to build the infrastructure now. So shout out if y'all, any investors watching, you know, we definitely are on that pace right now to get all of our ducks in a row to make sure that we give another platform for women to continue to hoop.
That's tough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I feel like it's not enough.
Yeah.
It's just not enough hoops.
And one thing I wanted to add was you talking about like getting the league to travel and do other things. You all just took a trip to the Drew League, actually.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So they host.
And did you play? You played in it.
I played in the celebrity game, not in the actual league. Them days is over, man. Yeah, I can still get a bucket, man. I play once a year, you know, or twice a year when I can. But yeah, so we put together the PABC, which is combined of 6 Pro-Am leagues from around the country.
That's tough.
We went out to LA 2 years in a row. We don't know what cities we're moving to next, but it'll move around to the different cities to host it.
That's tough.
But yeah, man, like, so that's gonna be something huge. And then, like I said, we are looking at a global trip. You know, I don't know where it's gonna be. I've been talking to, like, you know, the NBA just launched the NBA Africa League. So maybe we do something with that, you know. So we definitely coming. We coming.
That's gonna take some time. That league is a little scrappy.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time over there.
The top 3 leagues that I look at, I know we kind of talked about them, but I personally put AEBL once because that's where I'm from. That's where I go. That's what I see.
Right.
Then I think after the 2 after that, I think Drew. Then I think crossover. Because we didn't even talk about the crossover.
Yeah, I mean,
earlier.
so if you just say indoor, then I would.
Well,
I would say,
I'm only talking strictly indoor.
Yeah, indoor. I would say crossover is and I mean Miami Pro right there, because Miami Pro, they still, you know, are growing. I think they're a year or 2 younger than us, but they're indoor as well down in Miami, and then, you know, everybody be in Miami, so they starting to get a lot of top guys to come and play and show out or whatever, and then they got good basketball down there too. A lot of the Miami guys can hoop, but I would say I would give it to crossover. Yeah.
That would be my
see, I'm
top
just
3.
really hearing about crossover as much as all the other leagues.
Jamal doing his thing out there,
the league
though.
in Philly too.
Yeah, Rump. Yeah, all of
that's
us.
What I'm saying. A lot of them I'm just really hearing about now.
Yeah, I mean, all of the leagues, man. Shout out to all of the guys who pushing and try to elevate basketball in their cities. You know, we got leagues that, you know, I kind of call, like, you know, my younger guys that are trying to get to the level that we at. So you got Charlotte Pro-Am, you got Nashville Pro-Am now that Rob Covington's.
I didn't even know.
Rob Covington's back in that. Okay. My young guy Rashid. It's crazy every time I talk about it, bro. I almost kind of tear up because I remember the day he called me, bro. One of my guys introduced us. I don't know if y'all know Hustle Simmons. He from Chicago. He's like a music exec or marketer or whatever. He was like, yo, bro, I got a young kid that want to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, well, sure, give him my number.
Yeah.
So me and dude talked from 8 o'clock to like 1 o'clock in the morning. I promise y'all.
First time?
First day.
Oh, he taking notes.
So he was like, yo, bro, I'm trying to bring what you doing. And he was a big Lou Will fan. So if y'all ever see, they did like a post the NBA did when he passed away. Like, he was a huge Lou Will fan. Like, I'm talking about, bro, he got pictures and video from like when Lou was in like 9th grade. No bullshit.
Damn.
Like 9th grade.
He's
He from Nashville.
Oh, so he
used to come
to South Gwinnett?
Yes, he
What
has
the
not
hell?
missed a Lou Will game in Atlanta in the NBA.
What?
Oh, dang.
Yep.
Even when he was playing in Atlanta?
Yes, bro.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is, when he told me he wanted to start the league, that's how he led with like, yo, like, bro, you got my favorite player. That's the greatest player of all time. You know what I'm saying? I got all his jerseys. So I'm like, bro, are you calling about trying to meet Lou Will?
Right.
Or are you trying to start a league? But, rest in peace to Rasheed, man. He got murdered. I don't know if y'all heard about. It was like a big deal because it was like some random like thing, but he got murdered in Nashville at a gas station, man. Him and the dude had an altercation or whatever. Dude shot him with I think a 12 gauge shotgun, something like that. Yeah.
Damn.
So literally, man, Nashville Pro-Am is like, it's kind of like, like my little brother.
Right.
So whatever them guys need, man, whoever, I try to get guys to go down there and play. And like I said, Rob Covington is now kind of like helping the family push it.
Right.
So shout out to the Walk, I think Wallace Walker family. But yeah, man. So it's leagues everywhere now, bro.
But
I mean, we got a league. It's a league.
Though.
Yeah, it's a league in Greenville, South Carolina.
I went to high school in Greenville.
Yeah, KS. Where you go to high school at?
Jail, man.
Yeah, we used to beat the shit out of y'all. So I played that broom.
Okay.
Yeah, I played that broom. So we was in the same conference every day. I can't remember homie name. Me and my boy just was talking about the game we played y'all in the we played jail man to go to the upper state championship to play Greer. No, I'm tripping. We played y'all to go to play Greer in the playoffs. But it was a dude y'all had on your team. Dude was nice. I can't think of his name, but he used to kill us, bro. And then y'all had like this white dude that used to shoot. But yeah, I finished high school in South Carolina in Spartanburg.
See, I went up there for a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So jail man, East Side, Riverside,
Yeah.
Malden, Greenville High, Greer.
Yeah.
So
That's what's up, man.
But yeah, man. So
The world's so small.
yeah.
Man, what?
Yep.
It's crazy. So what goes into you recruiting? I don't know if you do, but recruiting players or getting players to come. Are you DMing? Are they coming to you? Is it players bringing in other players?
More so the players bringing in players. I mean, obviously I hit up guys I have relationships with and I know. But I feel like it's always better like peer to peer, because then it's not like it's like kind of like what I get out of it. You know what I'm saying? But when the guys, I'll let a guy know like, yo, I know you got a relationship with such and such. See if he can come out. But I know a bunch of NBA guys. Obviously, I got great relationships with like their agents and or their friends or family, whatever. So we'll reach out that way as well. But like I said, man, to keep it all the way 100, man, I've been more focused on building it homegrown. So I really ain't been reaching out to nobody outside of Atlanta. I've been hitting all our NBA guys, letting them know, yo, this your house. Come. Like JB, Malcolm Brogdon, Colin Sexton, Josh Okogie, Wendell Carter. You name it.
Right.
Shit.
It's so many. It's so many.
Yeah, man.
players,
And one thing about it, I love how y'all, and you kind of touched on this earlier, but y'all bring in like the younger players that are looking to go to D1 or go like when y'all brought Sharif out. When y'all brought KD out. When y'all brought what's the one dude that dunk under his legs
from OTE.
I don't remember
you talking about the African kid?
Y'all brought
Slim
him out.
Jimmy. Yeah. He
the
coming
younger-
back.
Yeah,
He
so I'm
coming
like,
back.
y'all
I just
bringing
talked to
all
him.
of the, those young
Yeah,
guys that are
Jimmy Achua.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Jimmy.
They have a name in basketball that are actually from Atlanta.
Yeah.
And like Josh, what's his name? Isaac Okoro came to it. Well, he didn't play, but
Chuma.
he came to a game.
Right.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard at
And
the game.
Dwight Howard at the games,
Yeah, so
hanging
that's
out.
what it's
So-
about for me, man. That's why I said, like, pray and hope LeBron comes, KD comes.
Me too.
But, we trying to stay homegrown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We trying to keep the light and shed the light on our guys who are doing great things. And, if those big name guys come in, that's great.
Absolutely.
It helps make it even bigger. But, like I said, man, if you really, pound for pound, if you look at our guys that are in the NBA and the guys that are on their way, like just getting drafted, I mean, Anthony Edwards is
Him.
$260 million.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's one of our guys. He actually announced our Adidas partnership for us last year. You know what I'm saying? So,
he be at games too.
Yeah.
We got to get him to play in one.
That's what I'm saying.
That's on the way. It's on the way, right?
When you becoming the star in the face of the league, it's a little different than coming home. But we going, like I said, man, we definitely gonna make sure that the talent is top level. No matter if it's the Division I kids, the high school kids, the guys going overseas, the pros, both men and women.
Right.
Like I said, the next 5 to 10 years from AEBL, I mean, you're gonna think we the NBA team in the city,
Right.
So, I'm excited about that, man, and we just gonna keep growing the game, man. I got a 10-year-old son, that I want to make sure by the time he get there that this is, a place where he can go and hoop and play at the elite level. Right. So,
I think he will be at the elite level.
Yeah.
What's the biggest almost, like the biggest? We almost had him come, like
LeBron was here. LeBron was here in the city doing something for Spring Hill or whatever, and I talked to his team. It was like I think it was the playoffs, and he had just played in Drew League. And
so last year,
last year, yeah. So I had talked to his team or whatever, and they was like, he trying to fill out, whatever. But what people don't know about that LeBron thing is that, and no disrespect, I hope this isn't taken the wrong way, but in my opinion, LeBron didn't go play at the Drew League, right? He went because DeMar DeRozan is a LA kid, and DeMar, if you go look at the interchange that they was talking on Twitter, DeMar was like, yo, bro, I need you to come pull up and play for my hood.
Right.
It's a difference. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference in a guy home. That's like Lou. If Lou called LeBron gonna pull up.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because he's like, yo, that's my guy.
Right.
I want to go play for him with his city. Versus me reaching out, it's like an offer.
Right.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, I want guys to come and hoop because of what we built and what we giving back to the community.
Right.
So that's why I typically don't reach out, because I'm asking you for something.
But the fans
That's
usually
fair.
do. That's
Right.
And that's what I like too. Like, I feel like the fans was Isaiah pull up.
Yeah.
Pull up.
So
Yeah.
IT coming
And then
back.
I seen IT,
pulled up.
I was
Yeah.
like, damn.
Yeah.
I was there for that. It was Kevon
I was
versus
there.
IT too.
And I was there as well.
Yeah.
That was a great
Yeah.
game. It's been so many games you lead there and you talking about it on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, I done call boy like, bro, no way, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but
So that's why I said, like, the guys like IT, Bones,
Paul
you know,
Millsap. Shout out to
Bones
Millsap.
Holland,
yeah.
And he one of them
He
players
every
who
year.
play.
Yeah.
He played.
Yeah.
He has his own team. Does
Who? Paul
Core
Millsap?
4? What?
Yeah, so Core 4
Elijah,
usually they not
all his
in. They
brothers.
not in this year, but yes, they have been in.
Oh,
for
they
like
not
the
this.
last,
They not in.
damn, that's
Oh
not in. That's
wow,
very
that's
shocking.
surprising.
Yeah,
That's
they
very shocking.
they're not in this year, but you know they have been with us like the last 4 or 5 years.
Definitely. And Paul Millsap done played probably
Yeah,
longer
Paul
than that.
Millsap, you know his brothers, Mike Scott. So
Mike
the
Scott,
league,
boy.
the league is getting fresher. What I would say in the aspect of we got, like I said, we got what 2 new teams, 3 new teams. We got 2 teams that merged together to make a team.
Wow. Okay,
So
that's new. That's
yeah,
something new.
and you will see it. Like when y'all come this year, y'all definitely gonna see some new rising stars. I'm really excited about that, man. Like Derek St. Hilaire is definitely a phenom. You know, he played D-League last year.
Okay.
He's killing right now. He just was the player of the week this week.
Oh,
you
wow.
know, so like when you see it, you starting to see the shift happen of like guys like you said that you might not know. You don't even know where they play college at.
Right,
But you
right.
like, yo, bro out here getting.
And then you
buckets.
got to figure out
Like,
what the name is.
Yeah,
and
like
then-
Lance Terry from Georgia Tech becoming a household
Oh,
name.
right.
Man, the
Right.
point guard?
Him.
Yeah,
Oh,
becoming a
yeah,
household
light-skinned
name.
guy, right?
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
And
But
what,
again,
what was the other guy that was? I thought it was another Georgia Tech
dreads.
point guard.
Davon? Yeah, Davon
From
transferred
last
to
year.
Utah though.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he transferred to
transferred?
Utah. Yeah, he
The
transferred
one
to
who be
Utah.
with Migos and all them.
He
Oh, okay.
transferred to Utah.
And what's the dude that played on Joe's team last year? The point guard. Who he play for?
The one
you
that
saw-
shoot,
Kyle,
the
that's
shooter.
Georgia Tech. That's the other point guard.
Yeah, he.
Yeah, Kyle Sturdivant.
Yeah, Kyle different,
Yeah.
bro. That's really one of my. I'm
Yeah.
a fan.
Yeah,
I be learning about players
I'm
through
definitely
AEBL.
a-
I got to go tap in and figure out
Yeah,
who this guy
I'm definitely
is
a
because
fan,
he is
though.
cooking
Yeah.
NBA
Yeah.
players.
But that's why I said the brand itself has grown so big now that's the vision. Like when you come, it's like, yo, who's next?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, you're excited to see the NBA guys
always
and the
somebody
guys,
next, though.
but it's like it's that
always.
guy that's in there getting 30, 40, dunking. You like, yo, who is this kid?
And it was Brandon Goodwin for a minute, and
Yeah.
then he ended up on the Hawks. I was like, oh, go figure.
Yeah.
I bet they did want him.
And he hooped.
Man, I'm so sad he got that injury, man.
Yeah,
too,
man,
me
that
too,
was tough.
me too.
Yeah, hopefully
He
come
back. He back. Yeah,
He
he
hooped
back.
last summer.
Yeah. No, he got hurt last summer.
Okay.
Yeah, he got hurt last summer. You're talking about the thing with the Hawks, with he had blood clots. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, he tore his ACL or MCL something last summer, but he's back now.
Right,
he's
because
getting
Bones
healthy.
came to the city last
Uh-huh.
year. Yeah, and they got it. That was a little.
Yep.
That was
Oh,
a good
yeah,
little
yeah.
match too, man.
Yep.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Did he get hurt?
Shout
in
out to
that
ABL,
No,
man.
not
Oh,
in that
no.
game. He
Nah,
got
he
hurt
get
in the
hurt in
game
that
to
game.
go to Final Four.
He
Oh,
won
okay.
Player of the Week on that game.
Yeah.
Man, he cooked that
Hey,
game.
he
I was there
cooked.
that
He
game.
cooked.
Yeah.
He showed like the true backup for Denver.
Yeah.
That's what I felt. That's
Yeah.
what I felt. I felt like Denver made the
Yeah,
wrong
he should have
choice.
got a ring.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he should have been on that
He
squad.
should have definitely been on
sure.
that squad, man. Denver was kind of shaky with their backups anyway, because wasn't nobody there.
Yeah, but it clicked for them.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So what kind of happened as far as getting on the NBA app and streaming?
because that just
did
popped
they reach
up to
out
us.
to you? Was it
Yeah,
like
so
a
I mean,
mutual
it's been
thing?
something we all been building on for a minute for pro-ams. Like I said, Greg Maris, EBC, they were the only league that ever had like an NBA TV deal where they actually showed the games on TV. And I think for years the NBA has been trying to figure out, okay, we got summer league, but like people are not tuning in like they do the season.
Right.
They're really watching these pro-am leagues because that's where the NBA guys in the excited action. And we just, all talked. It was like, yo, we should stop showing the games on NBA TV.
That's tough, man.
And
that's brilliant.
it just all came to fruition just from like planning, executing what we doing, and the NBA seeing a bigger play for themselves, but also it's helping us because it's putting more viewers on us
and
and
NBA
what we
looking
do.
for more views.
That's
you see
it.
They keep saying they declining, losing money.
Yeah.
Well, stop playing all that damn history on
Yeah.
NBA TV all day. Y'all play history. It's too much history. It's too much, man. Like people, I miss the spotlights of players going to their houses, talking to them, and
the
going back to their college days. And
Inside.
they don't do none of that stuff
so
no
it's
more,
crazy
man.
because like I know they still show it, but I think it'd be reruns because I haven't
It's
seen like
definitely-
newer guys,
right.
but like inside the AEBL, right? Like where we go behind the scenes,
Show 'em
with
how to
guys.
set up.
Yeah, well, not even just a
Okay.
league, but like real stories with the guys. Like people don't know Lou Will owns a bunch of different businesses.
Okay.
Right, because he don't talk about it. He's
Right.
not like, yo, I did this, whatever.
Right.
And then, I mean, it's a lot of our guys. Like, some of our teams are owned by restaurants or marketing agencies, things of that nature. So, like, getting a little deeper dive to understand the full story of why AEBL exists
right.
and then why it's successful, So, like, we're working on that right now, man. And then we got, like I said, technically two documentaries working at the same time.
You got projects going, project after project,
I will
man.
be tuned in.
Just let me know.
And I don't want you to spill anything too early, so don't answer if you can't. But would it be like dropping like on a streaming service, or would it be like something?
I was
outside,
thinking
like
that.
a
I was
AEBL?
definitely thinking that.
So we are talking with a couple of different streaming services to see like what's the best fit format. How we want to kind of roll it out. So we haven't decided that yet, but it'll definitely be on like, one of the popular streaming services of some sort.
Right.
We'll do, we'll
picking up
do
a
an
lot of
actual
sports stuff,
event,
too.
like an event around it, like a first screening, let our fans and people come out and support. And then it'll be like, kind of like if y'all see like the KD and LeBron movie. Like they had it where you go see a screening, but then you could see it from your phone and your laptop.
YouTube.
Yeah,
or
we're gonna do.
something.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna do something just like that.
Yeah, I'm waiting because it's a lot of history behind the league. And you started outside. A lot of people don't even know ABL first was outside, and then you guys moved in, and it's just a lot of history, behind where you guys, the gyms you guys been in, what happened in those gyms, the players in those gyms,
Yeah, I wish.
the
Like
rappers.
I said, I can't tell y'all now, but when people really hear and see the real story, they're gonna be like, God, okay, we understand now.
For sure.
Facts.
So it's like, I tell people now, man, like we weathered the storm so swiftly that people just think that this was overnight, but it wasn't, bro.
No.
Like, I'll tell you, man, it was nights I didn't go to sleep. You know, I was, you know, very on the urge of like, yo, like, I don't know if this is going to work in the aspect of, like, I quit my job. You know, but like, it was a lot of things happening at one time that a lot of people wouldn't have pushed through on. You know what I'm saying? So, they'll have to wait to see the documentary to get it all. But yeah, man, it's been a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, power to you,
I ain't been there
man.
the whole time, but I've been there since about
Yeah, for
2016,
sure. Yeah,
and I can just see like the transformation and how much the league grew. And
Yeah, for sure.
And you won an award from the ex-mayor, what?
Mayor Bottoms.
Mayor Bottoms,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Talk about that. How was that?
Yeah, so I mean, I got an award from the city for proclamation. Basically, you know, August 19th, 20th is officially AEBL Championship Weekend or AEBL Weekend in the city.
That's awesome.
And then, I mean, even shout out to the home team, you know, the Hawks. They honored me with the MLK
For
award.
sure.
Oh, wow.
You know, so
Congrats.
yeah, man. And like I said, man, it's just it's humbling to see your vision come to life and then people respect it too. You know, and then I think, you know, also for me, because I wear so many different hats. So a lot of times people are like, yo, Ja AEBL, but I'm over here doing marketing, you know, or campaigns or events, right? And then it's like when people catch up to that, they're like, well, damn, don't he do basketball? But it's like when I came to the city, bro, it was to take over the city, to be able to lead, not to just be like, yo, look at me. Look how much money I got. Or, nah, it was never none of that. It was like, yo, cool, y'all not good with working with corporate brands. I know how to do that shit. Like, I can walk in any brand in America and get a deal done.
And I seen
You know,
them.
so,
I seen the deals.
That's a testament.
And then on the flip side, on the basketball side, you know, building basketball so other people have opportunities to get jobs and build their careers, right? So a lot of times, like, those awards are like y'all said, like giving me my flowers, but it just motivates me more. Whereas somebody else might be like, oh shit, I made it. Like, yo, the mayor acknowledged me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, cool. Shit, if the mayor acknowledged me, next year at the White House. You know what I'm saying? Then the next we going overseas where they like, yo, we need to bring this guy to talk to these countries about how basketball can change their neighborhoods. You know, so I'm not done yet, bro. I promise you. I promise you.
I don't see no stop in sight.
I don't see it.
I just sight.
Like I said, when you said you don't invite players to come out, they want to come out.
Right.
When they in Atlanta, where are people hooping at on this? I'm hooping at ABL this weekend. Pull up with me. Come hoop with me.
The vibe just seems so authentic, so like,
and we want to keep it that way.
original.
That's why I say that player thing sometimes can get tricky because if you start bringing too many guys, then you lose the connectivity with your guys.
Right.
Because now it just becomes about these guys that's
The
just
faces
coming at one time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they taking, you know, spotlight off
yeah,
of those
it's not
guys.
even that they taking
or,
the spotlight, but it's just
opportunity.
You know, imagine if you that guy, you've been hooping every week, you've been putting up numbers, and you are a guy, right? And then it's like LeBron comes, then it's like fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because LeBron here, we can't do that.
Right.
Like if LeBron come, it's still got to be like, yo, Tony, we got to make sure Tony, like keep on. Like for example, people may not understand, but like when IT came, you think I was gonna put IT up against anybody?
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
That would have been shit.
Right. He would have been like,
perfect.
I'm never
That game
coming
was
back.
close.
They won that year.
Yeah, he was
They
like,
won the EYBL.
That
Yeah,
game was
they won
close
that year.
too.
he was like, yo, I respect this joint. I'm coming back. I want some more.
'Cause
If I put you up against anybody and you just there to put up 60,
please.
Right.
you know, he had to earn them 60 were earned, dog.
No,
Trust
it
me.
was-
Kevon still
man.
dropped like 35,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
30 plus for sure.
That was
Yeah.
a good game.
Yeah.
No, that definitely was. The
So
game.
that's why I say that when I say, you know, like I said, I appreciate every NBA player that comes out to play at AEBL. But we still got to make sure we balance that respect and that love we show to our guys too.
For sure.
See, that's a great perspective.
Yeah.
I didn't, you know, as a consumer, you don't really think about.
Yeah,
it.
Right.
that's
But
why I
like,
said they got to see the documentary so they know what happened in the war room. You know, so they know, like, yo, people like, yo, why this person playing with this person or why they on this team. I'm never going, I don't care who come. I'm telling you, LeBron, KD, you getting our best. I'm telling you, I'm going to make sure you match up against our best.
right.
And that's what it's
what
we
it's
wanna
about.
See. That's what
Yeah,
we
that's
want
what
to
it's
see.
about.
But I think you got anything else?
I was gonna ask what kind of goes into like being a team owner, or like is it like certain criteria, or do they have to like
Nah, I mean, I guess you could say this is a criteria. You just have to understand and play the game before, and then have a good, solid group of guys that want to hoop.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then most of our team's been with us. So even with Core 4 not being there, this isn't a new team. It's a new person who owns the team. But the players are still the same players that have been playing. Yeah, it's just somebody else took that spot. You know, and then our other 11 teams, like I said, 2 teams merged. So 10 out of the 12 teams that we have this year have been with us since the beginning. Okay. So it ain't a lot of turnover. You know what I'm saying?
Street X still there?
Street is X.
Man, I miss they old coaching.
Yeah, Rollo and them.
Man, Rollo and them used to, man, I seen when
Shout
I was in Savannah.
Shout out to my guy Rollo,
hey,
man.
I was in Savannah one day and I said, what's up, man? What you doing down here?
Yeah, Rollo and Al, man, they they other building other business
shout out to
ventures
them boys, though,
and stuff, man. The Street is X was one of the first teams that been rocking with me. You know, they the team we took to Miami, we took to New York.
Right.
Actually, we getting ready to go to New York again in August to play Dykeman.
Wow.
So yeah, like I said, Winners United, which is Lou Will's team. Right. You know, they've been in from the jump.
And they always got
who
good
else?
players.
TSF, Atlanta's
TSF
finest.
I think Paul played for TSL.
Yeah. So that's how he started, and then they got Core 4, and then they brought brought their team in. So yeah, man. So for us, it's just making sure it's high quality guys, high quality rosters that can compete at an elite level, and the rest take care of itself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, well, we'll be there this weekend.
For sure.
Man, we appreciate you bringing Atlanta basketball in the summer, because when we on, I'm gonna get season tickets for the rest of my life to the Hawks. I'm a diehard basketball fan, and when the season's not in, it's nothing to do.
Yeah,
it's time to go to AEBL.
Unless you want to hoop.
Like, people be what you doing today? Well, I'm gonna hit the AEBL. Then
then we outside.
Then I'm outside.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
It just match up perfect.
It's just something to do, man. Entertainment value is through the charts, off the roofs. I just as
love
a basketball
what you do for the
fanatic,
kids,
man.
I appreciate it, man.
I mean,
Like it's just beautiful, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
all I can say.
Appreciate it.
So, you got anything? You got any shout outs for yourself? Or
Just shout out to my team.
Brand?
Yeah, shout out to my team that hold me down. AEBL wouldn't be what it was, without them. It's a full team effort. Yes, I'm the face, the brains, the brand, but at the end of the day, it's them making the machine go every day. Shout out to my pops. That's my pops over there, man. Shout out to Bingo.
Shout out Pops.
Shout out to my family. They keep me motivated and inspired, because I'm always thinking about how I can make sure my family and my legacy is left the right way.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to the city, man. Atlanta's been behind me, rocking with me for 23 years, man. Before there was an AEBL, when I was doing all the other stuff, they showed up for me. So, like I said, man, I got so much love for the city. I rep it to the fullest. You wouldn't even know that I wasn't from here. When I go to other cities, and I'll be like, yeah, I was raised in New York, but I moved to Atlanta. They be like, you from Atlanta, So, like I said, man, appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
Continue doing y'all thing, man.
Yes, sir.
It keeps all of us motivated and inspired, see each other building and growing.
Yes, sir.
And however I can be a support resource, maybe we could do the show, from the games one day. I think that'll be something dope.
That'll be dope.
But yeah, man, other than that, man, follow me. My personal social media is Jah, the CEO. And then the league pages are AEBL Hoops across all social media. And then make sure y'all follow the women's page at AEBL Women's on IG. That's it, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Man, we
Absolutely.
appreciate you
We
coming
appreciate
in,
you for
man.
coming, man. So y'all make sure y'all go follow everything. Y'all been tuned in to the Players Den podcast. It's your boy Wayne.
Tone.
And go ahead.
Jah, the CEO.
Yes, Sirski. And we be back next week, baby.
Yes, sir.